think in chunks and not words. What's easier to do, a 1,000-piece jigsaw or a 100-piece jigsaw? That's a no-brainer. It's the 100-piece jigsaw. This is what chunking does in English. It simplifies the learning process, especially for speaking. Putting the sentence together with chunks is much easier than putting individual words together. Also, the teaching language with chunks is much easier than with grammar. This allows you to work in the language more. This is important because by working in the language, by failing and getting quick feedback, you get a feel for how English works. Another great advantage, it stops you from translating in your head. English is not the same as your language. So here's an example between Dutch and English. Dutch and English are quite close, but they're not the same. So in English, we say, I always go to the park. In Dutch, slightly different, I go always to the park. And it's the same with, I sometimes go to the park. I usually go to the park. In Dutch, it would be, I go usually to the park. I go sometimes to the park. Then, I always, as a unit. Then you can add any type 1 action to it. Type 1 action, okay. Something will flash up on the screen and show you type 1, type 2, type 3, type 4 actions. So for example, I always add a type 1 action. I always take a shower. I always eat rice for dinner. I always help my mom. I always cook my own meals. And here's some examples from Chinese and English. We'll say, I eat breakfast in the morning, or I have breakfast in the morning. And in Chinese, you'll say, I in the morning have breakfast. In English, along the same themes, I go to the park every day. In Chinese, it's I every day always go to the park. So we have this slight difference because Chinese is a different language to English. But you can practice this by using chunks. So here are some examples of how you can use it. Here are some practice sentences. I plus type 1 before going to bed. So I read a book before going to bed. I take a shower before going to bed. They plus type 1 on Fridays. They go to the pub on Fridays. They eat out on Fridays. He plus type 2, yesterday. So notice there's yesterday is a type 2 time, and it goes with the type 2 action. So he went to the park yesterday. He took a shower yesterday. The policeman plus type 2 the day before yesterday. The policeman read a book the day before yesterday. The policeman arrested someone the day before yesterday. We can also do it with type 4. So type 4 times are basically specific times. And they go with the continuous